This is the After Party, live with Kim McAllister. Pick a couch, grab a drink, and settle into the conversation.
Hey, it is the After Party live on Jacob's birthday. He is now 12 years old, and we're going to be celebrating with a little trip. So we're going to do trivia today because I won't be here tomorrow, but I'll have a recorded show available tomorrow. The Nikki Maduro show is going to be taped today, and that will run tomorrow. So just a couple programming notes. That's why we're doing trivia on a Wednesday. It doesn't seem quite right, does it? But we will do that. 12 years old. Can hardly believe it. Last night I took Jacob and a few buddies to the movies, and we saw this movie called Goal, which is an animated cartoon about basketball, kind of about basketball, and then went to pizza and they played arcade games and had a really, really good time. I do want to thank the people that contribute to this show. Kathy O sent me a message about a story. I also got some great messages from teacher Lori. James S has contributed via the recurring PayPal payment, so thank you. Also, Wes yesterday with a 5, Jane O, Vanessa P, Scott R. Huge thank you to everyone who contributes to this show. The PayPal information is in the About tab and in the show description every single day. Please click like and subscribe. Don't unsubscribe, but if you haven't subscribed, click it so that it's highlighted. But then if it's unhighlighted, that's not what we want. So no, maybe it's what you want. It's not what I want. But please click like and subscribe. I don't think I have a little note that says it. I should do better at being a YouTube person, huh? Yeah, I'm kind of a non-YouTuber on YouTube. Yeah, well, that's what we have. Hello to you, Nullifidian. I should get Jacob a bar mitzvah. Oh, we're not religious though, although that would be fun. Hey, any excuse to party, right? Happy birthday messages to Jacob. Thank you. I will pass it all on. I really appreciate that. Yeah, don't get in the water with your mom this year. When he thinks we're going to Monterey. And I told him, I know, we just won't go in the ocean this year. It's supposed to be stormy. As a matter of fact, at Disneyland, we're going to have to take the ponchos because it might be really rainy. So I don't know. Jake, woohoo, says Tammy. Thank you for that. One more year and Jake will be a man. Oh, I'm telling you. A lot of birthdays. So thank you for that. Contribution from Susan for the fun time at Disneyland, and happy birthday, Jacob. Susan, thank you for the contribution. Really appreciate that. Really nice. That's really nice. And I'll make sure Jacob knows that you did that. So much appreciated. Let's get right to the stories because I have this one that I think is very interesting, and it's about the moon shrinking. It's a picture of a dent and or so-called ridge on the moon. These ridges are newly found geological features in some cases, and they show there's a lot more seismic activity on the moon than was initially thought. So here's what scientists know now. Well, we've known about moonquakes before for about 10 years or so. And we've known that the moon is shrinking about 165 feet over the last 200 million years. And now we have more evidence that strengthens those findings. Scientists say that the moon used to be a lot more geologically active, but then its interior started to cool down and solidify. And as the inner layer contracts, the crust cracks and buckles. That's what you're seeing there. Fault cliffs related to this process, called lobate scarps, were identified in the lunar highlands. They're light, bright gray regions of the moon. But looking at the moon now, there's some new observations. These small mare ridges, they found them in the area Lunar Maria, this dark basalt plain of the moon. They're what are called seas, that like the Sea of Tranquility where Apollo 11 landed, those areas. The researchers went scouring through pictures and they cataloged all of these ridges. They found 1,114 new ridges. So now the total ridges of number of ridges on the moon 2,634. The scientists say both the ridge activity and the lobate scarps are close in age, about 124 million years old and 105 million years old, respectively. They often found the two are physically connected as the terrain transforms from the highlands to the Maria or seas, that the contractional activity of the moon, the shrinking, is most likely responsible for both. The statement from researchers, our detection of young small ridges in the Maria and our discovery of their cause completes a global picture of a dynamic contracting moon. Since the Apollo era, we've known about the prevalence of these lobate scarps through the lunar highlands, but this, they say, is the first time scientists have documented the widespread prevalence of similar features throughout the lunar mare. So, the work they think is helping them gain a complete perspective on the tectonism of the moon, which could lead to a greater understanding of its interior and its thermal and seismic history and the potential for future moonquakes and the potential for whether we could colonize it, right? Future human and robotic exploration of the moon, they hope, could bring new, more detailed insights into the activity, pardon me, that goes on inside it. The Artemis program, the whole goal is to have humans on the surface by the end of the decade. Who knows? Who knows? I wonder how big those ridges are when you are standing at the edge of one. Does it look like the Grand Canyon? I don't know. But the moon is shrinking. That much is true. All right, more on this. We had this on the Mark Thompson show, but I wanted to show you more about this dog crossing the finish line at this Olympic skiing event. The qualifying round of the women's cross country team sprint at the Winter Olympics in Italy. This escaped dog brings the biggest cheer of the day at the Olympics. This dog is a Czech wolfhound, and NBC Sports cameras caught it as it followed the skier from Croatia. Her name is Tena Hadzik, and the dog follows her right across the finish line. The dog turns out to be this Czech wolfhound named Nazgul, was named after the ring wraiths in The Lord of the Rings. The dog's owner says this is a 2-year-old dog that's stubborn but very sweet. They said he was crying this morning more than normal because he was seeing the family leave, and they think he just wanted to follow them. He always looks for people. So he was safely returned home after making his photo finish. And I have the video is actually pretty good. I was going to show you the video of this. Hold on. Hold on. I have to take the picture away to show you the video, which I think is really funny. And here it is. Oh, I'll make it big.
To enjoy the finish as well. Hadžić of Croatia across the line. Hadžić.
Racing to the line there. The crowd clearly enjoying this.
The biggest cheer of the day is not for any of the skiers so far. Oh, that's true speed. Down the finishing straight. The magnificence of the local wildlife. Domesticated. Fun to finish.
So there it is. I thought that was funny. Amusing Olympic story. This one, several people emailed me the story about this surprise shark. And then we'll do some trivia after this. This shark was caught on camera for the first time in Antarctica's near freezing deep. Apparently, many experts thought these sharks didn't exist in the chilly, chilly waters of Antarctica. But surprise, surprise, there's one now. Look at it go. This is a shark just cruising over a barren seabed. This area way too deep for the sun's rays to illuminate. The sleeper shark just went briefly into the spotlight of this camera, according to researchers, filmed last month a substantial specimen with an estimated length of between 10 and 13 feet. My apologies. The shark filmed in January of 2025. So they've had it for a while. And they said it's not a little shark either. It's a hunk of a shark, a tank of a shark. The camera was being operated by the Minderoo UWA Deep Sea Research Center. They investigate life in the deepest parts of the world's oceans, and they were positioned off the South Shetland Islands near the Antarctic Peninsula, well inside the boundaries of the Antarctic Ocean. And it was at the center this week that they gave the permission for these images to be published. They said the shark was 1,608 feet deep. The water temperature was near freezing. A skate appears in the frame, motionless on the seabed, seemingly unperturbed, they wrote, by the passing shark. The founding director of the University of Western Australia-based research center said they could find no other records of another shark being found in the Antarctic Ocean. They don't think a shark has ever been recorded so far south before. But why? Climate change and warming oceans could potentially be driving sharks to the southern hemisphere's colder waters. There's limited data on range changes because of the remoteness of this region. These are slower moving sleeper sharks. They think they might have been in Antarctica without anyone noticing, perhaps, too. They don't know exactly why. But what they do know is this shark was in the exact right place that the camera was in, and they got some really great footage. Really good research material. They think the sleeper shark population in the Antarctic Ocean is sparse and very difficult for humans to detect. This photographed shark was maintaining a depth of 1,640 feet along a seabed that sloped to much deeper water. The shark maintaining this depth because it was the warmest layer of several water layers stacked upon each other to the surface. So, the researchers think other Antarctic sharks live at the same depth, feeding on the carcasses of whales, giant squids, and other marine creatures that die and then perhaps sink to the bottom. There are a few research cameras positioned at this depth in Antarctic waters, but those that are that can operate during the southern hemisphere summer months, December through February. The other 75% of the year, nobody is looking at all. So that's the way it is. I'm trying to see if I have the video of this to play for you. I don't think I have the video of the shark. It's one of those pop-up videos that that comes on, but the picture kind of tells the story anyway. It's a beautiful animal. All right, are you ready for it? I think we can do it. It is time for Trivia Wednesday. Wait a minute, after party style. Are you all ready? Are you you got everything in there? Everything ready? Got your fingers all warmed up? Oh, did you? If Phineas, if you sent me that story, thank you. Was sent by a couple different people. So thank you. All right. What do they eat? Anything they want. Absolutely. Okay. All right, here we go. Wednesday trivia. Mobius is ready. Oh boy, trivia. Nullifidian's ready. Okay. I have a couple different categories today. One is a little more scientific than the other. So let's start with science. The first question: which enzyme is responsible for unwinding the DNA double helix during replication? This is one of those, either you know it or you don't, right? Which enzyme is responsible for unwinding the DNA double helix during replication? Who has studied DNA here in the after party crowd? Nope. Says Mobius. Nope. No idea, says Yvonne. Spirogyra. Ooh, I like that. That's good. Something tase. Above my pay grade. All right. The answer is helicase. Helecase. I'm going to go for some other scientific questions. I didn't want to make them too easy. I figured this is my thinking. If I can answer it, it's too easy because I'm not super sciencey. So, I mean, I guess I am. I'm interested in it, but I just haven't studied it very much. So, all right, let's go a little easier. What is the most electronegative element on the periodic table? What is the most electronegative element on the periodic table? One more time. What is the most electronegative element on the periodic table? Who knows it? It is... Oops, Chris has it. Fluorine. That is correct. It is fluorine. Nice. Well done. Next question. What is the name of the process in which plants lose water through tiny pores in their leaves? What is the name of the process in which plants lose water through their tiny pores in their leaves? What do you call it? The name of the process in which plants lose water through tiny pores in their leaves is... Chris has it. Transpiration is correct. Drying up. Plant sweats, says Heather. Transpiration is the answer. What is the name for the amount of energy it takes to increase the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius? What is the name for the amount of energy that it takes to increase the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius? Name for the amount of energy it takes to increase the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius is a... You guys got it. I probably didn't need to repeat it so many times. It's a calorie. Chris has it again. Look at him go. Agent Kitty Feeds is on it. SJ Lola has it. So does Eileen. Nulfidian has it. Mobius has it. So does Vanessa. And Ren. Sandy, I have Disney trivia coming up in honor of the trip. So just you wait. John Doe has it. Nice. A calorie. A K-Cal. We'll take a cow. A K-Cal. Phineas has it. Yeah. SJ Lola got one. Whoop-de-whoop-de. Chris is on it. I knew. I was eating. Okay, well, you're excused. All right. Gobble it up. What's the name of the protein in blood that carries oxygen? What is the name of the protein in blood that carries oxygen? It's the name of the protein in blood that carries oxygen, and it is... what? Chris. Chris must be a scientist. Chris is on it with hemoglobin. That is correct. If you said hemo, I'll give it to you. Cameo, Phineas, John Doe, hemoglobin, SJ, hemoglobin. I said if you said hemo, I'd give it to you. So Nullifidian, I'll give it. Donna has it. Gordon has it. Valley Star, hello, has it. Eileen has it. Well done. You're a retired science teacher? You shouldn't have retired. You're on your game, my friend. Okay, next one. What is the name of the phenomenon where light changes direction when it passes from one medium to another? This is the name of the phenomenon where light changes direction when it passes from one medium to another. Yep. Mm-hmm. Refraction. Chris has it. Chris is teaching the class today. Agent Kitty Feets has it. Cameo has it. John Doe has it. SJ Lola has it. Phineas has it. So does Ren, Mobius, Gordon, Nullifidian. Now everyone's putting Chris's answer. Copy off the teacher's paper, right? Valley Star has it. Redaction, refraction. It's similar, right? Doug has it. Hi, Doug McNeely. Excellent, excellent. Okay, next one. It's okay to copy off Chris. It's fine. You're not going to get docked points on the after party live. We encourage cheating. Not looking it up on Google, but copying off another paper is good. What is the term for the energy stored in chemical bonds? What is the term for the energy stored in chemical bonds? Who knew there was energy there? Chris did. What is the term for the energy stored in chemical bonds? Yeah, let's all say what Chris says. Or let's preemptive and say, first let Chris answer and then everyone else answer. Chemical energy, writes Chris. The answer is chemical potential energy, but I'm going to give it to Chris because he would accept it if I wrote that on my paper, chemical energy. And so I am going to accept his answer, chemical potential energy. Chris has it. That's it. Chris has it. Okay. Next question. What is the term for the measure of disorder or randomness in a system? What is the term for the measure of disorder or randomness in a system? The term for the measure of disorder or randomness in a system. Who knew you could measure randomness? It's called entropy. Chris has it, and thereby so does everyone else. Yep. Mobius has it. John Doe has it. Nullifidian has it. Yeah, entropy, says Ren. That's right. Entropy, says Vanessa. Chris says entropy, so it must be right. I like me a little entropy, says Cameo. Okay, next question. I'll make it a little easier. How about this one? I like this. What is the boundary between two tectonic plates called? You got this, California. What is the boundary between two tectonic plates called? The boundary between two tectonic plates is called a... what is it? Donna has it this time. It's a fault. The right answer is fault line, but fault is acceptable. I will take it. And Donna has it, and so does Heather and Mobius and Blue Spark. And Vanessa and Valley Star and Nullifidian and Ren and Eileen and Tammy and Gordon. SJ Lola has it. Convergent boundary, divergent boundary. I know it's probably technically right, so I'm going to take it because whatever you say, I'm pretty sure, ding, you're right. Green check mark by your name. Trump's fault. Nice, Mindy. Meredith says fault. Phineas has fault. Excellent. Okay. Next question. How about this one? I might have already asked this one, but I like it so much, I'll ask it again. What is a group of parrots called? What is a group of parrots called? A group of parrots is called a... probably more than one right answer, but I'm only looking for one that starts with a P. And Sandy knew it. It's a pandemonium. It is a pandemonium of parrots. That is correct. A pandemonium of parrots. Well done, Sandy. I love it. Good job. Okay. What is the only big cat that doesn't roar? The only big cat that doesn't roar. Yay, Sandy. Woohoo! That was great. I got a cheater, a cheetah, a cheater, a leopard, my cat, a jaguar. The answer is indeed cheetah. Cheetah is the only big cat that doesn't roar, and Cameo had it. I'll take it. And Heather had it as well. And Mindy had it. JT had it. It's me. I'm a kitty, says Agent Kitty Feets. Next question. What is the name? This is about how fast you can type, right? What is the name of the deepest place in the ocean? What is the name? Oh, Heather, I bet you roar. What is the name of the deepest place in the ocean? Chris says it's the Mariana Trench. Yep, Mr. Holm is correct. That is the Mariana Trench. And Middle Earth, says Iman. Agent Kitty Feets has it as well. SJ Lola has it. Donna has it. I thought it was Marianas too, but apparently there's no S. I still am giving you credit. Full credit, 100%. Mobius has it. Phineas has it. The nether regions where that shark lives. Probably. Nulliphidian has it. Yeah. Eileen has it. Here's the question I have, Mr. Holm. How do we know the Marianas Trench is the deepest place in the ocean? Because if we haven't been able to really measure underneath ice shelves and other things, there's so much unexplored. I would say it's the deepest place in the ocean that we know about, right? Because, I mean, there might be other stuff. I don't know. Here's a question for you. How many bones are in a giraffe's neck? Mary's trench coat. How many bones are in a giraffe's neck? How many bones are in a giraffe's neck? Gordon says it's 32. Cameo says it's 7. Cameo's correct. 7 bones in a giraffe's neck. You would think, with how long it is, that there would be a lot more. Donna has 7. That is correct. Valley Star says 7. Yep. Tammy has 7. Sure, that is correct. Well done. Okay, we've talked about this on the show before. I'm throwing it out there again. See if you can remember. This is for the A students. What animal's tongue can be as long as its body? Yeah, good job, peeps. Love that. What animal's tongue can be as long as its body? It's an animal whose tongue can be as long as its body. I'll give you a second. And the answer is the chameleon. Yvonne Beach Bonnie has it. Chameleon is correct. A chameleon's tongue can be as long as its body. That is correct. Chameleon, the answer we were looking for. Gordon sliding in with it. Well done. Mindy sliding in with it. Yeah. Gene Simmons, says Heather. Yeah, him too. Absolutely. What is the rarest blood type? What is the rarest blood type? What is the rarest blood type? I'm seeing the answers come in. I'll give you a second, and then I will tell you that Heather is on top of this one. AB negative is the rarest blood type. Heather has it. Eileen has it. AB negative, says Tammy. That's correct. Vanessa has it. I think Valley Star meant to say AB neg, so I'll give that. Yep. Sandy has it. Gordon has it. I think isn't the universal donor the one that would match any? I don't know which one the universal donor is. AB negative for Valley Star. Yep. O positive is the universal donor, says Agent Kitty Feets. We believe her. She gets an A on the test. And yeah. Well done. Okay. I don't know what I have. Do you guys know what kind of blood type you have? I really should know, but I'm sure it's in some chart somewhere. I just don't know. Here's another question for you. This might be too easy, but it's on my mind. What is the medical term for bad breath? Today on the Mark Thompson Show, right as John Rothman's interview was ending, I had just popped a Zellman's Mint, and then we came back on, and I still had the Zellman's Mint rolling around in my mouth. It was embarrassing. Sorry about that. If you heard that, there's my little Zellman's Mint. Oops, sorry, I dropped it. What is the medical term for bad breath? Which I do not have because of my Zellman's. Halitosis. Agent Kitty Feets has it. That's correct. So does Mobius have it? And SJ Lola and Yvonne and Ren. Cameos on it. Blue Spark. Eileen. Halitosis, says Sandy. And Gordon. What the sizzle? Tammy. Everybody has it. Everybody has it. Yeah. Good job, everybody. Look at all of you. Well done. Just got my Zellman's today. I haven't tried them yet. Okay, well, you let me know what you think. Yeah, I heard that, but I thought you were eating cupcakes. No, there's no cupcakes. I'm out. I'm out of cupcakes. I have to order more. Okay, the next question. Let's do this one. How about what type of cell is responsible for carrying electrical impulses in the nervous system? What type of cell is responsible for carrying electrical impulses in the nervous system? What type of cell is responsible for carrying electrical impulses in the nervous system? And the answer is neurons. Yes, Agent Kitty Feets, that is correct. Neurons is right. Donna Holm has neurons. Where's Chris? Did we scare him off? John Doe. Yes, you're right. Nullifidian. Correct. Valley Star. Yes. SJ Lola has it. Ren wrote neurons. So yeah, I'm just going to give it to her. Phineas. Yes. Well done. Okay, maybe one or two more science questions and then we'll flip. Which space probe was the first to leave the solar system? Which space probe was the first to leave the solar system? Which space probe? And the answer is, Chris is back. Voyager 1 is correct. Voyager 1. Chris has it. Ren has it. Yep. What the Sizzle has it. Mobius has it. John Doe has it. Gordon has it. Valley Star has it. Well done. Okay, last science question before we get a little bit goofy. What is the name of the first spacecraft to visit Pluto? What is the name of the first spacecraft to visit Pluto? And Pluto will lead us right into Disney trivia, so this works well. What is the name of the first spacecraft to visit Pluto? The answer is Voyager 2. No. The answer is New Horizons was the name of it. New Horizons was the name. We can't end on that one, right? How about this one? Which planet is also known as the evening star? Which planet is also known as the evening star? Here it comes. Which planet is also known as the evening star? Oh, they all came in at once. Sandy, first to the punch. Venus is correct. Sandy has it. Well done, Sandy. Tammy has it. Almost called you Venus, Tammy. Tammy has it. Chris has it. Cameo, Gordon, What the Sizzle, Mobius, Donna, Nullifidian, Valley, Phineas, The Evening Star. Well done. Okay, now we're moving to Disney trivia. And here we go. Who trained Hercules to be a hero? Who trained Hercules to be a hero? Isn't that weird? I know, Gordon. They all came in at once, and I think it's just a random internet thing as to who shows up when. Well, I'm gonna lose now. No, not necessarily. I got an Apollo. I got a Samson. The question is, who trained Hercules to be a hero? I'm getting a phone call from Lake Placid, New York. But I don't know anybody in Lake Placid, New York, so it can't be for me. Who trained Hercules to be a hero? I bet it's someone who wants me to renew my warranty. The answer is Philoctetes, or Phil. Philoctetes. Philoctetes. That's Philoctetes, right? Or Philocities? I don't know. How about this one? Which Disney princess sings Once Upon a Dream? Which Disney princess sings Once Upon a Dream? I was going to say that. Which Disney princess sings Once Upon a Dream? Tammy says Sleeping Beauty, Aurora, or Sleeping Beauty is the correct answer. Aurora or Sleeping Beauty does sing Once Upon a Dream. Yep, it's Aurora. Ren has it as well. All right. Yes, but this was the Disney movie, which clearly deviates from the book. Sandy also has it. Adele? No. Next question. How about this? Which Full House actor voices Aladdin? Which Full House actor which Full House character voices Aladdin? And the answer is, do we have an answer? Which Full House character voices Aladdin? The answer is the tall one, John Stamos, Bob Saget, John Stamos. The answer is Steve Hale was the character. The actor is Scott Weinger. Is the answer to that question. Okay. What land is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad located in? What land is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad located in? What land is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad located in? My mom keeps calling me. Should I just answer it? I'll put her on speakerphone. Hi, Mom. You're on the After Party Live. How can I help you?
Hello, After Party Live?
Yeah.
Oh, how exciting.
I know. I saw your message about the birthday cake.
Okay. So what time were you planning on this thing tonight?
Let me call you after the show.
So I wrote you a message on the phone.
On the phone? You wrote it on the phone? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll look for
Should
it on
I
the
call
phone.
Brad and Diane?
No, everything's taken care of.
Okay.
Love you, Mom.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. She wrote me a message on the phone. Isn't that nice? I love you guys. You're funny. Okay, so the question, back to the trivia at hand. Sorry, she just wouldn't stop calling. What land is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad located in? The answer is, of course, Frontierland. Let's see who had it first. It is Frontierland. I thought so too, Sandy, but maybe they mean a different version of it. I don't know. Frontierland, Phineas has it, and Cameo has it, and Donna has it. Frontierland, says Sandy. That is correct. And Valley Star says Frontierland. Vanessa has it, as well as JT. Go ahead and answer if it's your mom. You know, you gotta, right? Yeah. She wasn't stopping. She was just gonna keep going. Let's see. What else? Okay. Good job. All right. We'll wrap her up. How about this? What are the names of Cinderella's stepsisters? What are the names of Cinderella's stepsisters? Cameo says Robin was the genie. What are the names of Cinderella's stepsisters? Evil and Mad, says Mobius. Bethesda and Wretch, says Cameo. Good guesses. Pam and Christy, says Agent Katie Bates. Ursula and Bader. Christy and... Yeah, it's pretty good. Sometimes the funny answers are better than the real ones. Esmeralda, says Valley Star. The answer is Anastasia and Drizella. Anastasia and Drizella. What year did Disneyland open? What year did Disneyland open? And then we'll wrap it up with this one. What year did Disneyland open? We have a couple of answers coming in here. Phineas says 1959. Cameo says 1955. I got a 56, a 32, a 58. The correct answer is 1955. Cameo has it. And so does Ren. And so does Zero Sum. And so does Vanessa. Well done, you guys. Valley Star has 55. Eileen has 55. And my mom's birthday is 1955. Awesome. Well done on the Disney trivia and the science trivia. I hope you had some fun. I hope you stretched your brain a little bit. Thank you so much for playing. July of 1955, Ren, very specific. To be exact, she said. Yes. A happy, happy year. And this year, I believe it's the 70th anniversary, I think. Is it 70 or 75? Let me double check that. Anniversary 2026. I know I should be able to do simple math, right? Yeah, I think it's 70 years. We're in celebrating, commemorating. Yep. Well done. So we'll be able to celebrate there. Okay, you guys, we was just 70. Love you again. Thank you. Appreciate it. That was 70, not 75. Yeah, 70th. Yeah, 70. Okay, good. Thank you to the smart friends. I will bring you all back Mickey Mouse hats. They might be virtual, but I'll be thinking of you guys. All right, everybody. Hopefully, I'll get all these shows recorded. If I miss one, my apologies. I'll try not to do that. Thank you again to Susan, who threw in a 10 for a fun time at Disneyland, and a happy birthday to Jacob. Much appreciated. And thank you to everyone who contributes to this show in all the various ways that you do. I will throw in again the folks that have contributed to PayPal. I just so appreciate the feeling of wanting to keep this show going and the funding of it. James S., Wes, Jane O., Vanessa P., Scott R., the most recent contributions. So huge thank you. Doug, I see you, says happy birthday, Jake. Oh, that's really nice. Doug and Susan, thank you so much for the birthday wishes for Jacob. And I do think that as we end the show today, I am going to have to play Jacob's video, don't you think? In honor of himself, today being his birthday. Let's roll it.
You requested your happy birthday song, so I'm gonna give you one. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
The After Party Live would like to thank the following contributors and viewers like you.